up the diner. I disagree with this film's portrayal of what would have actually happened.
Well, your contacts was cops, Doc.
I know. They were my cops.
Is there any reason why you wouldn't share that information with your crew? And another thing, if Doc has these cops on the payroll, then why can't he get somebody to just hand-deliver the weapons to the crew? Why set up this whole thing in the middle of nowhere and waste everybody's time?
Is that true they fired first?
Despite everyone's body language in this scene and terrible poker faces, Doc believes this story enough to continue with the heist, despite justified paranoia. And why is this heist so goddamn important right now anyway? It's not like the post office or the money orders are going anywhere. Even if Doc is convinced the police won't figure out who killed their boys, why risk it now when you can just as easily do it next week?
Baby, your call. Time to make a big boy decision. Do we do this thing or not?
Ah! Why would he listen to this thing here, of all places? And man, that tape recorder sure is awesome for being in his pocket and picking up Doc like he's speaking directly into the microphone. Baby, who is a world-class getaway driver who sees every detail in front of him when he's in a car, only notices Buddy when we notice it.
Because we gotta discuss this.
Oh, you mean the recorder Baby would absolutely never leave out of his possession unless it was convenient for the plot? Yes, let's discuss that. Go to his room first. Try to figure out this scenario. He saw Bats wake up, but the first instinct was not to track Baby down, but rummage through his room? And maybe he heard Baby stupidly playing that tape recorder earlier, and knew he needed to do something about it, but what made him so sure it would still be there? Maybe he knew Buddy was going down to catch him, but Buddy seemed super surprised to see Bats show up, so it doesn't appear they coordinated this.
Baby, your call. Time to make a big boy decision. Do we do this thing or not?
I also love how this recorder absolutely nails the start time on that phrase each and every time.
Deborah. Yeah, except I'm D-E-B-O-R-A.
Deborah. Isn't that the waitress from the diner?
I would believe Bats remembering this name, but I'm not buying Darling remembering it. Bats was the one who bothered to check out the name tag and say the name out loud. And while the movie made a big deal out of showing her name tag, it's not like the whole crew was paying attention that much.
I'm your driver tomorrow. I'm driving.
Okay, well, we'll just forget all these tapes, and that you were clearly trying to escape earlier. We can see now that you're just a struggling musician who knows how to drive fast. So sorry for the misunderstanding. That's how bad guy stuff works, right? Jeez, Baby communicates to yet another person what he needs them to do simply by looking at them. This postal clerk gets the entire message she needs from a look and a head shake. And does she recognize Baby from his visit the other day, despite him wearing sunglasses? And how convenient she's not in the post office right now and is just getting to work. Holy crap.
3, 2,
Utility truck parked outside a post office with stabbing rods ex machina.
now!
Whoa, wait a second. What button did he just hit before sending Bats to a pole lancing lesson? Passenger airbag off? I could sin it for thinking that somehow the airbag would have made any difference with his impalement. But the real sin is thinking the audience would even know what button he pushed that quickly. There's no way after all the f***ery that the cops knew what store Baby was in. The guy hopped 3 escalators and totally lost them. And besides, even if they knew which store he was in, why didn't they have someone at the exit to prevent an escape? In the long hallowed tradition of movie car theft, Baby realizes all you need is something straight and metal to get a car started. No. Darling would be amazing at CinemaSins. Good grief, little darling. Unless the police force is now 10 feet tall or have all decided to ascend into the trees, you are aiming way too high. Ever notice in a gunfight how no one can hit anything until it's time for a character to die? And then all of a sudden everybody becomes Marksman of the Year? We do. The last time we saw Buddy, he was still in a shootout with the APD, and the movie cut away from it. He was almost certainly going to get shot or captured in that parking lot, but through Filmnesia, he's here now like nothing happened.
Got a bathroom key.
What diner uses the restroom key? The restrooms are open, right? It's an eating establishment where restrooms are there for easy access.
What's happening, baby?
Oh, a kiss. That's enough for me.
But we don't have a car or music.
And as if on cue, 2 druggies drive their amazing sports car out into the middle of nowhere to facilitate this love story. Vaping is the new biting an apple. This shot is done 100% practically. Damn.
You and I are a team.
Don't feed me any more lines from Monsters, Inc. It pisses me off.
Yeah, if you're gonna go Pixar, do A Bug's Life.
There's nothing I can do for you. Why should I, after what you've done to me?
Wait, is that her cue to come in?
Go. I'll deal with the cops.
Did someone order a heart transplant? How on God's green earth did the same guy who said this
You break your legs and kill everyone you love.
all of a sudden become Mr. Self-Sacrifice? I might buy that he lets him go, but put himself in danger? Movie gives no character motivation for that in the slightest.
That's not the cop.
So Buddy knew that Baby would show up to the hideout? What gave him that idea? The script? There's no way he thinks Doc would be okay with Baby showing up here. Cars survives this. Okay, two things here. Either he got out and Baby should have seen it, or he didn't get out and he should be dead. There's no scenario by which Buddy gets out of this and is able to get the drop on Baby, but that's what the movie's gonna tell us. Villain won't die cliche. Movie continues to be kind to Baby whenever he needs to escape a situation. Just a reminder, none of the bullets that made any of those bullet holes even grazed either of our leads.
Yay! And he threw my purse right at me. And he actually said, "I'm sorry."
You mean after he put a gun to your head and stole your car? Yeah, seems like a great guy. Let's take some years off the sentence for a little apologetic purse chuckery.
I hereby sentence the defendant to 25 years in the federal penitentiary, subject to a parole hearing after 5 years served.
No, just no. The minimum sentence for armed robbery in Georgia is 10 years without parole, and that's per offense, which the movie has reminded us is a lot. Add to that, if someone is killed, it's an automatic life sentence whether you do the killing or not, with the earliest parole being 30 years. Bull to the
I don't want to go in there. It sucks.
Think of a place that's really perfect. Your own happiness. You must move this car. I'm gonna blow your freaking head off.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
You got 30 seconds, asshole.
You, buddy.
You, buddy.
Hello?
I can still hear her little voice.
Most killers are first-timers. You want to pull off a brilliant murder, you gotta act like it's an accident. If you do it right, you ain't even gotta be there when it goes down.
Are you there, detective? If so, you are probably the last man standing.
You need to sunset that ride.
We're going to a place called Monster Joe's Truck and Tow. Now, Monster Joe and his daughter Raquel are sympathetic to our dilemma.
Can't keep running, baby! There's no escape!
I will find him.
You ready, Jingle Pro?
Microphone check. 1, 2, 3.
Tell me we can tune that.
Disney logo alone now takes up 33 seconds of screen time, followed by a retro Disney logo that itself takes 16 seconds.
In the beginning,
Narration.
there was only ocean.
Pretty sure at no time in Earth's history was it only ocean. Science is giving this movie the finger, and I'm right there with it.
Some began to seek Tefiti's heart, voyaged across the vast ocean to take it.
How was he able to find it? Was Maui just flying around until he happened upon it? And even if he did just happen upon it, did he assume, since this island vaguely looks like a woman on her side in the fetal position, that he was in the right place? And that assumption was correct? Not only does Maui have shape-shifting abilities, he has the ability to transport whatever object he's holding to the appropriate appendage of whatever animal he shifts to. If he didn't have this power, he would have to store the heart between his toes before transitioning to a hawk, so it would be in his hawk talents.
Maui tried to escape, but was confronted by another who sought the heart.
What can I say? It's exposition.
And every one of us is devoured by the bloodthirsty jaws of inescapable death.
And that's how Grandma got fired as the daycare teacher.
As long as we stay on our very safe island, we'll be fine.
Moana recycles the overprotective dad character arc from Finding Nemo. Thinks I won't notice.
Motunui is paradise. Who would want to go anywhere else?
While the king of this island debates isolationism with his mother, his diaper-wearing toddler is about to drown. Look, sea turtles are given one shot. They either make it to the water or they don't. I'm not sure that overly insisting this one baby is actually helping anyone. He is weak, likely to be killed at sea early on. If I were making this movie, this is where a dickhead barracuda would show up and eat that f***ing idiot turtle baby who couldn't even reach the sea without help from a human toddler. Thankfully for the turtle, I did not rate this movie. Here is where the movie takes a very Moses-like turn. Although, in this case, instead of God being behind the phenomenon, it's Ocean God, I think. Maybe. It's honestly not clear who's doing this or why, actually. As the ocean gives her a new hairstyle, I'm left to wonder how wrong everything I'm seeing would be if it were another human doing it instead of the ocean.
There you are, Moana. What are you doing? You scared me.
She scared you? You're the one who let her wander out into the ocean and stay there long enough to drown.
Don't walk away.
Man, Disney sure does love to HF characters through song. Here's the bad influence grandma, and just like any movie before it, you can bet that she's more right than anyone in this film who is not a bad influence grandma.
You are the future of our people, Moana.
As much convention as this movie bucks, it's still another Disney movie about a princess who doesn't want what her destiny is. Goddamn, how many years has Grandma Tala been dancing on this beach? She was out there for the entire growing up montage. Baby the Rock Chippendale dancer kid here is super inappropriate. Suggests this island's males begin thinking about sex and procreation at age 8. Have you ever tried to crack a coconut? I don't care how rotten those things are. They are hard as shit. There's no way this woman could just pull this thing apart.
Our traps in the East Lagoon, they're pulling up less and less fish.
I'm sure
We fish beyond the
no one goes beyond the reef.
Despite all signs that this land is dying, Moana's father continues to refuse the ocean as an option. Probably because of that whoever that died that one time during that flashback we've yet to see. But still, it's stupid.
We took a canoe, Moana.
Ah yes, here's the flashback I was talking about, wherein someone close to the chief died, and he got deathly afraid of ever losing anyone again. Remind me again how this is different from Finding Nemo?
His best friend begged to be on that boat. Your dad couldn't save him.
And therefore, all the ocean is evil. Makes sense. Also, this seems to be a pretty small village. There's everyone on the island. Surely she knows the drowned man's grieving family, and should also have heard this story many times before.
See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me.
And right here, I'm going to praise the film for a powerful song, while also shaming the film for having the current pop better cover this awesome song in the credits, giving us in back here where it's not for the doubly simple pop cover in the credits. Sadly, I'm left to send this moment as normal because the movie is an idiot. Most convenient geyser timing ever. This movie false starts the heroine's sea adventure we all know is going to happen anyway. But we get several near misses before she finally gets there. Jesus, it's my wedding night all over again. You had a loose pig on a bamboo raft headed toward waves. What did you think was going to happen, lady? Because of the stupid pig, Moana's going to get trapped underwater by the screenplay. Desperately wants to get the father's never leave the island argument some kind of reason or weight. Or I could have just gone with inconvenient coral is convenient. I don't even know why Pua got on the boat to begin with. Pigs hate water. It's f***ing biblical.
When I die, I'm going to come back as one of these.
Literally.
You've been told all our people's stories, but one.
The one about us being boat people that either your father entirely forgot about or refused to tell you, all because he had a buddy die in the ocean one time.
What's in there?
The answer to the question you keep asking yourself.
Also, boats. Look, if you want to erase your people's boating history and become island dwellers afraid of the water, how f***ing hard is it to just dispose of the old boats? Bamboo and fabric. Just light a fire. Boom. No more evidence for precocious daughters to find. Case closed. These boats have been in here for 1,000 years, and even though they've been behind a waterfall this whole time, they're in perfect condition.
Bang the drum.
Grandma did say bang the drum, but despite the 2 sticks on top, this looks nothing like a drum. Grandma should have been more specific. Said bang the upside-down, all-wood, horsey saddle-looking thing. Also, at the risk of sounding cynical and anti-ghost music, how the f*** is playing these old-ass moisture-logged drums wake up the fire ghosts and give her literal visions of her ancestors? So basically this cave was an ancestral YouTube video waiting for someone to enter the cave, bang the drums, and then all would be revealed? Do I have that right? Because that is way more ridiculous than I remember it being when I saw this movie in the theater. And it does flirt with the mystical, given the glowy manta ray grandma on that whole island as a person ending. But still, this cave seems like the easy cave of plot-driving information.
I was there that day. The ocean chose you.
Well, if the ocean is this smart and omnipotent, how did it ever get consumed and defeated by Te Fiti then, eh? And why does it need Granny's help? Also, why doesn't the ocean just grab Moana and send her straight to Maui without a boat?
I should have burned those boats a long time ago.
Wait, what? You're the sea-hatingest motherfucker on the island, and you knew about the cave ancestor boats and you let them be? Were you waiting for someone to find them? Why didn't you burn them a long time ago?
Chief! It's your mother!
Thankfully, the chief is stopped from burning the canoes by his mother's heart attack. Wait, what? Person who should be dead already finds the strength to exposit all over the hero with a word bath of instructions cliche.
There is nowhere you could go that I won't be with you.
Hey, am I the only one that remembers a few minutes ago when this dying grandma could barely speak? Now she's an expositional fountain. The mom, who barely qualifies for a character in this movie, decides to help send her off, even though I have no reason to believe that she has any clue why Moana is leaving. How does she know how to sail this thing? Movie doubles down on non-existent fishhook constellation. Alan Tudyk voicing an idiot chicken is the best thing about this movie, and would also be the best thing about literally any movie, once and all.
Next up, Maui.
If her only indication of where to go are the stars shaped like a hook in the sky, then how is she supposed to navigate during the day? Keep in mind, Moana has never sailed a boat in her life. Maybe don't go sailing if you actually have sailing skills. The storm went from on the horizon to on top of her in about 3 seconds. Movie tries to make you think the character the film is named after just died, but movie is pretty delusional on that point, if you ask me. Dear movie, showing us the chicken first kills all the suspense that Moana might not have lived through the— oh, Moana is untouchable. Got it. Thanks for the chicken. Thankfully, the ocean storm deposited her in exactly the place she was hoping to find. What are the odds? Never mind. Don't tell me the odds. I don't want to know.
Maui?
The ocean confirms Moana's suspicion that this is Maui's island, in part because all those Maui fishhook doodles weren't enough, and in part because Moana is really stupid.
I'm here to—
Oh, of course. Yes. Now he always has time for sand.
Maui has apparently been marooned here for like 1,000 years and still thinks the first person he sees in all that time is a fan seeking an autograph. Either that or he's had tons of visitors here seeking autographs and just never stole their boats to leave the island.
You're face to face with greatness, and it's strange.
The Rock is a way better movie musical singer than Russell Crowe. That doesn't mean he's good. He's not hit. Passable.
I killed your Neil. I buried its guts. Started a team, now you back with the nuts.
This movie is really playing fast and loose with their evolution. Why is Moana enjoying this? She was legit angry a second ago, but a song turns her around, and this song, she's been listening to the lyrics. It's the cockiest song ever. Maui's conscience is his tattoo. Why would you even try this?
And I'm going to love you in my belly.
Sorry, movie In My Belly is a registered trademark owned by Mike Myers via the character Fat Bastard. You want to get sued?
Now let's batten you up, Drumstick.
No time to waste. But also, Maui has already mentioned eating this chicken soon a couple times. So exactly how fast does he think a chicken can fatten up? Basically, the ocean in this movie is an ex machina, fate, God, love, and irony all rolled into one giant cop-out.
This is my canoe. Well, journey to different.
This movie steals the rough adult male has to put up with a child companion he wants nothing to do with thing from, well, a bunch of movies, but for now, let's go with Bad Side.
Are you afraid of it?
Why is Maui scared of the heart now? I want to show the film a few minutes ago, and he was scared. Okay, though, I really enjoyed this movie. I did. But this odd monkey coconut pirate side quest is crazy as balls. Not in a good way. I know we're dealing with gods and demigods, but I reject the notion that means we also have to deal with monkey-like coconut pirates. I reject that firmly. Also, do those coconut monkeys smell the heart of Tapiti? Is that how that works? Moana is suddenly Eggsy from the Kingsman movie. Maui pilots this boat out of danger like it has a motor, or two. The point is, it's a sail-based boat that couldn't possibly go from 0 to 30 knots like this movie suggests. Seriously, I can't decide if Alan Tudyk was overpaid for this voice role or underpaid. He does so little, but it's all so awesome. That's 3 super moves so far, and they're all Tudyk. Tudyk! Oh look, the omnipotent ocean nubbin is back. Great.
If anyone has my hook, it's that beady-eyed bottom feeder.
And we don't have time to be wrong about that. This movie has to be over in like 45 minutes.
Okay, first, I'm not a princess. I'm the daughter of the chief.
Contradicting yourself.
The Wayfinder, you will never be a Wayfinder.
This ocean nubbin thing is really driving the plot. Look, I can get down with an all-knowing ocean helping Moana succeed. Not really, but for the sake of this sin, let's just pretend it's true. But I cannot get down with the same all-knowing ocean understanding the concept of a high five. Why does Moana even understand what a high five is?
You're measuring the stars, not giving the sky a high five.
Still confused as hell why you even know what a high five is. Next thing, you'll be fist bumping and elbow pounding like Mark McGuire.
If the current's warm, you're going the right way.
It's cold. Wait, it's getting warmer. Ah!
Oh look, that was just a pee in the ocean joke. Thanks Shrek for somehow rubbing off on Maui.
My people didn't send me. The ocean did.
The ocean. Makes sense.
You literally watched the ocean put her in the boat a few times, dick.
The ocean straight up pookie doo.
Maui would be excellent at cinema film.
Ocean chose your water freezer.
If you start singing, you're coming from.
The guy who sang a song within the first 2 minutes he was on screen. You know, the realm of monsters is a lot less scary than you realize it's also the realm of Ex Machina. Because Maui basically ignores her down here and frequently doesn't die. The theory within this bad insane shiny crab song is the character detail that Maui's mother tossed him in the water. Holy that's dark. Jesus.
I got something shiny for ya.
The heart
of Te-Fiti.
Wait, earlier the monkey coconut pirates knew she had the heart of Te-Fiti simply because she took it out of its cage. They smelled or sensed that. It's magical. But here, the evil blacklight loving crab thinks she's holding up the heart by sight, because it's not actually a heart. But my point is basically this: is this heart mystically identifiable or not?
Hey! Hey! Did you like the song?
Not particularly. Would have been better if it were Brett McKenzie.
Except we're dead soon.
Hilarious, but I'd like to point out that this asshole went from the cockiest demigod ever to a humorous fatalist in about 20 minutes time.
Man's discovery of Nanya.
What's Nanya?
Nanya's business.
2017 movie probably destroyed a 1950s era joke. Why does she even fucking need Maui, eh? The ocean is clearly doing all the heavy lifting here.
Threw me into the sea. Like I was nothing.
Yes, the movie is repeating this super horrible backstory, but it's also super horrible. Kind of too heavy for this light of a movie. So, one sin for a movie that just had a gilded singing crab showpiece trying 5 minutes later to hit me in the gut with literal child tossing.
Somehow, I was found by the gods.
Somehow.
They gave me the hook.
Why? Because you were an ocean orphan that was super vain? Did they have any reason for awarding you this hook other than your being abandoned? Ruby decides to spend time with Maui's tattoos, basically to save money on the animation budget for a while, since nothing these tattoos show us seems to matter. After one 5-minute confidence-boosting conversation, Maui is able to properly use his hook again. Even the ocean is tired of keeping track of this stupid f***ing chicken. 2 hands in the water, both gauging for warm pee, if the movie has taught me anything. I mean, sure, he's bonded with Moana a tiny bit. Still, why did Maui agree to risk his life on this quest again? This looks dangerous as f***. I assume Te Kā built this barrier around the island, so why would she leave one small passageway open? Did Galen Urso help design it? Somehow Moana's mistake of misjudging distance cost Maui his hook's power. Somehow. And yet I'm confident that it won't matter and the good guys will still win because it's Disney. Maui only flies away here so he can Han Solo back into the climax later. Sorry, but it's the truth. Too many minutes of the movie acting like Moana is actually gonna quit. What is that? A giant ghost-looking electric blue manta ray? Why, my grandma said she'd return as a manta ray. Is it possible that I don't dare hope that,
You're a long ways past the reef.
Ghost Grandma pulls a Dream Clooney from Gravity and I am not pleased. Ghost hugging.
To stand apart from the crowd.
Ghost singing. In preparation for this stunt, Tom Cruise actually swam down this distance to retrieve a mock part of Te-Fiti. I was shocked to learn he'd been recast as a teenage female and lost the part to an authentic island actress. Maui apparently not only taught her wayfaring, he taught her to do it while under fire from a literal lava monster. Which is to say, he taught her too damn good for the time allotted. There's no reason to be nervous about Moana dropping the heart in the ocean, because the ocean will just give it back. So stop trying to make that a tense thing, movie. Maui pulls the Han Solo move that everyone anticipated he would pull. Why am I just now realizing that Moana is doing that? These lava rocks could be sharpish. The bottoms of her feet must be all scarred and glistening. Claire Deering has nothing on Moana. Movie totally rips off the odd parting of the sea things from Prince of Egypt. Also, movie's climax basically rips off the Black Widow lullaby from Age of Ultron. I'm honestly surprised they didn't eat the pig while she was gone, since they couldn't catch any fish.
Shut down.
You're joking! I can't believe my ears! I'm sailing! I'm sailing!
Good afternoon! We're gonna have a great job today!
Imagine, Ajin, ik hal filmir معا أخي تراكوي على جيكاسي ماي ما بجازري أتنارمي.
Fear. 50 goddamn seconds of Disney-related logo
Fear. Treachery. Bloodlust.
Ruby somehow knows all 3 of my safe words. Also, narration. I would make fun of Karates, except I spent time growing up in towns that had film festivals, strawberry parades, and deep-fried days. City's Indiana, so even for ribbon ketchup stage yet, this is accessible.
Back then, the world was divided into two. Vicious predator and meek prey.
An animal can be both, though. A fox might eat a rabbit, but an eagle can eat a fox. The moral is avoid birds.
Bunny cop! That is the most stupidest thing I ever heard.
Oh look, a racist fox. We have one of those in our world, too.
It was 211 miles away. Stands for great city of Zootopia.
Roll credits.
You ever wonder how your mom and me got to be so darn happy?
Nope.
One sin removed for causing legit laughter in me before the 4-minute mark.
If you don't try anything new, you'll never fail.
Yeah, tell that to Michael Bay.
Impossible even for you to become a police officer.
If the mother's voice isn't credited to Bunny Hunt, I will lose all faith in humanity.
Your dad, me, your 275 brothers and sisters.
Requisite rabbits a lot joke, present and accounted for 4 minutes into the film.
It's great to have dreams.
Yeah, just as long as you don't believe in them too much.
This is honestly excellent parenting that will surely be presented as overly protective parenting, even though, despite the movie's message, not every child is a special snowflake.
Us predators used to eat prey.
So what do they eat now? Am I supposed to believe they're all vegan? She read a book and somehow became stronger and faster than all the other recruits. This is cute, but isn't a feasible representation of an actual fight in the real world with a rhino. Trust me.
CPD's very first rabbit officer, Judy Hopps.
God damn it, you couldn't resist the animal-specific last name thing? I suppose the mayor here is Mayor George Rules, right? Also, with 80-some million rabbits in Bunnytown, it's impossible for them to all have fun surnames, meaning we lucked out that our main character has one.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Did FDR exist in this world? Was there an animal World War II? The population of this one community is almost 81.5 million. It's not like the predators didn't serve a purpose. Also, another bunny's like sex joke. Hilarious! I'm gonna take off soon for some pretty inspired animal pun band names. But I'm going to immediately add one back for Judy using what looks like an old iPod Shuffle with a touchscreen. They couldn't give her a fucking iPhone. Also, I would have thrown in Cat Stevens, but that's just me. If that's a Fishtown market, does that mean they're buying fish at the market to eat? I guess since this is a mammals-only party, the fish still get to be food. Whales and seals really lucked out on this one. This song's lyrics are dangerous and not the kind of message I want to send to my college-age bunny or young viewer. Try everything? Even prostitution? Needle drugs? Burger King hot dogs? Her breast should be down by her groin. But at least the number is right, because Zootopia made me Google how many teats does a gazelle have.
Where you went, you little Dickens?
Fat cop that likes donuts cliche. Also, overuse of cliche.
I'll press Bunny. Prosecute. Dismissed.
Movie wants me to feel like this is because she's a bunny, but would most first-shift cops of any race be put on parking duty? Isn't it a rookie/hazing thing? Must be a giant pain for a giraffe to go anywhere in this town. Profiling. That's actually disgusting.
We reserve the right to refuse service to anyone.
Did we really need to set this scene in a mid-century style ice cream parlor? It's a little on the snout, isn't it?
Are your customers aware they're getting snot and mucus with their cookies and cream?
How could they not have been aware? Did they look away the entire time they're being prepared?
$15.
I'm sitting any world where a single jumbo pop costs $15. Jesus.
I don't have my wallet.
Discount Fantastic Mr. Fox. Why are popsicles for animals human size? I get the lonely apartment imagery, which is intended to underscore how helpless and hopeless she feels, but why does a bunny rent a human apartment in Zootopia? Aren't there grass plots to rent? Carrot fields? Lettuce bed and breakfast? This is basically the same room Tom Hanks stayed in Big. Let me guess. R-A-M? Also, super timely radio station songs are super timely. Carrots are actually high in sugar and aren't good for rabbits, though this movie decides to cave to the history of Bugs Bunny and carry on the lie that bunnies love carrots. They don't. Carrots kill bunnies if eaten to excess. So, f*** you movie. You just killed Officer Hopps, dickheads.
Oh, she's not a real cop. Our prayers have been answered.
She knows how they feel. Do they have to be such in-your-face assholes about it? Also, no one in this universe understands how being a cop works. You go to the academy, pass the test, then they give you a badge. She's a real cop. It doesn't matter, she's a meter maid.
Yeah, you're a real hero, lady.
Hilarious, but how does this tiny mouse's tiny mouse car navigate the same roads as a large Everyone keeps hating on the bunny cop and not recognizing the value of having a small, fast animal as a cop. Let's see the rhino do this. These buildings have no foundation. They're like dominoes.
You did stop a master criminal from stealing 2 dozen moldy onions.
Hate to disagree, Christina, but those aren't onions.
Judy would be amazing at CinemaSins. I thought those were onions.
Life isn't some cartoon musical where you sing a little song and your insipid dreams magically come true.
So let it go.
In case you didn't realize, Frozen was popular.
Leads none, witnesses none, and you're not in the computer system yet, so resources none.
How is she not in the computer system? She's been an employee for a little over a day. It sounds like the Zootopia PD HR department is terrible at its job. Good luck getting that first paycheck. Also, I guess all those traffic tickets are gonna get thrown out.
I am just a dumb bunny, but we are good at multiplying.
Har har, bunnies have lots of sex. How many times is this movie gonna go back to that well? Yes, this giraffe stuffing of this hippo volleyball is hilarious. My question is, how does this match ever take place? Is the Zootopia Intramural League utterly biased against hippos and other short animals?
You didn't happen to catch the license plate number, did you?
Tommy Chong-yak actually caught the license plate number despite being a Tommy Chong-yak.
They're all sloths?
Hilarious DMV is Slow Joke from Pixar is only about 12 years too late to be timely, but whatever. Good slow is Slow Joke, y'all. 3 solid minutes of the sloths are Slow Joke that wasn't even super funny to begin with.
You come here unannounced on the day my daughter is to be married.
The sin isn't for the Godfather reference. It's for the fact that this is actually in the middle of the night.
Wait! She's the bunny that saved my life yesterday!
Even Ethan Hawke laughs at the ex machina coincidence of this. In order to make sense, this Disney movie is going to have to pass through one of those goddamn Tim Burton films.
Who's that beside her? Who is it?
Zootopia's Got Talent.
You saved my life.
I'd be surprised too. The rabbit was able to hold on to that fox that's twice her size.